Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 95 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm just getting back from the nether where I hunted a little bit of nether quartz. I had a lot of nether quartz. And made myself a new sword, Direwolf21 sword. Ooh, fancy. Because I derped up last episode and completely destroyed it. Because I'm a derp and I do derpy things. But, you know, that's what happens when you're a dire derp. So this episode, I'm just getting my sword back in action and doing a couple of things. Let's see, I already put flux and lapis on there, so I think really the only other thing I need is a bunch of damage ability. So going to be throwing a lot of quartz on here, making a bunch of powerful. I figured while I had my smeltery up and running, maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to go ahead and consider the possible potentials of making a nice fancy weapon from Tinkers. Because there's some new stuff that we never really got around to making because we didn't need. But maybe now's as good a time as any to consider it. So we'll see. Let's get some more quartz blocks that we're going to need here. That should be enough for now. And I can put the rest of this junk away that I've got here and get myself some new stone. So I'm going to upgrade my sword some more. I would like to get more damage potential on it. And then we'll come back here in a minute. Let's try also maybe flipping on the levers downstairs. I think my power has gone back to being stable now that we've fixed things here. So yeah, we're doing fine. I'm gonna go kick on whichever one of these had nether quartz in it. I think it was white, right? So I never actually made those foci. That's right, we never got around to finishing this build. I should probably do that this episode too. I'll make those foci. Let's go check in on our B lab real quick. B lab. And see where we're at with emeralds. We've got a lot of emerald fragments. Awesome. Nice. That is definitely a sufficient amount of emeralds for now. We'll let those guys continue to run. I assume that they're just running and doing what they're supposed to be doing. I didn't actually, I think it's been a few episodes now that I haven't even looked at the bees. But they're humming along, doing their beely duties. Good job, bees. Alright, so emeralds going here. We can get some focus lasers, though I'm pretty sure the white focus is what's going to get us nether quartz, right? So if we look at nether quartz ore, we should see that that comes from the white laser focus drill, okay? That'll also get us aluminum and saltpeter. Cool. Glowstone was the one I was going to get otherwise. That comes from yellow, right? Yes. And that will also get us yellorium ore, which is kind of cool. It also gets us gold and sulfur. So sulfur's rare. Yellorite is rare and glowstone is rare. So yellow's clearly a winner there. So let's get those set up. And I'm also going to upgrade my sword more. I just put as much as I could on there for now, but I'm going to go get another star, a gold block, and an apple, and a diamond thing. You know what I need. All those things that give you more modifiers. Cool. So let's get some stained glass yellow, ceramic dye yellow. Good. Stained glass yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. And I'll do the same for white foci. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be good. All right, and we'll come back in a minute here. I'm going to probably just kick on the white foci lasers for now. I do eventually want to set up that export bus thing, and I also need to tell the system how to handle stuff. But I'll put white in the middle here, and I'll put yellow over here on the left. And if we flip this lever, the nether quartz ore should be coming my way. Idle timer ticks down. Nice. I like this little nifty redstone contraption I set up here. It actually works kind of well. Alright guys, we will be back in just a few minutes. Alright guys, so a couple things that I'm working on at the moment. I would like to have the gearbox upgrades, I think. So let's see. I know I taught this thing how to do stuff. Secondary gearbox. These are the augments for other things. Fuel efficiency and energy consumption. I guess I never taught it how to make the augments for stuff. So I'll make secondary sieve, sounds like a good idea. We'll probably go with the tier 2 secondary sieve as well. Now we're going to want some rock wool. Let's see, I think that's... I always forget how to make rock wool. I know you need to like smelt... I think it's gray that you'll get out of it. I forget. So yeah, if I'm right, you just smelt, there we go, and like get that, right? So slag smelted equals the rock wool. Cool. So now I can go ahead and use this guy. Sweet. And the other augments I might want is probably the speed ones. Well, you know what? I think for this, for the most part, I'm going to be throwing these in here. So do I have secondary outputs with a pulverizer on this? That has like a chance for sulfur. So you know what? I think I will go with the third here. I'm guessing... Oh, that's not bad. I should be able to do that. Cryothium dust? Ever teach the system how to make that? Nope, probably not yet. Alright. Well, for now, the two will go. And I'll do the speed ones as well. I'll do the two speed upgrades. So this guy... And this guy... Now pyrotheum, I know I taught it how to make. Cool. So let's go figure out where we want to put this thing. So right now you're configured to export all those types of things, right? Do we have another export bus here that I could drop in? Probably not. So I'm thinking we might want a secondary exporting area specific to this. Either that, just deciding on where exactly I want to design everything and how I want to lay it out. I could put it along here with these machines as well, maybe. Let's see. All right, it's kind of tucked away in the back here, but this should work. So I could just say input on the right and output out the back. That should do. Right? Cool. Let's just get some power down here for this thing. We'll get some redstone energy conduits. See, this will be easy to tap into. And then I just need an export bus. Cool. And you know what? I'll probably grab, if I don't have any... it's not that important. It probably will... Well, yeah, I should make some acceleration cards, shouldn't I? Just make it so that it exports a little bit faster. I've definitely got myself trapped in here. I actually found there's a lot of ores that have built up in my system since I've been running my laser drill, so we're going to want to handle those. But for now, I'm just going to set up a basic 1, 2 ought to be good. That should be plenty. I don't think it's going to need to be any faster than that. And then we just put the acceleration card into the export bus. The export bus will go there. Acceleration cards here. Oh yeah, I want to expand the capacity card. Do I have any of those handy? Of course not. Why would I? I planned this out. I promise. There we go. I know what I'm doing. So we will export nether quartz ore. And this thing should immediately start, nice, exporting. That's what I wanted to see. Beautiful. So nether quartz ore that we're getting from our lasers will directly go into there, and then they'll just spit out the back, right into the ME interface, and dumped into the system. See, 128, 130, etc. 132, sweet. The other thing we'll want to export into here is glowstone. So if I pull this out, it should start throwing glowstone in there. Nice. And the same thing will happen, right? It'll convert the glowstone that we're getting from our lasers directly. Now, if we looked at other types of ore that we're getting, so anything in particular I'd like to pulverize? Oh yeah, Certus quartz. We definitely want to add that to the list as well. I looked at the different ways to process Certus quartz. I feel like it's a little bit off, but it's probably the best you can do. So pulverizer, you get 2 Certus quartz dust from it. There's really nothing else that you can get better. The sag mill gets you 1 dust and 1 crystal. So I guess that's probably your best bet. I don't know if there's a direct way to convert dust into crystals. I'm guessing there's not. But what you could do is make a Certus quartz block out of pure crystals and then convert it back to regular Certus quartz. So, yeah. Awesome. So that should work. Oh wow, all of a sudden lots of Certus quartz ores. Cool. So all the dust is going to go in there, so if we really wanted to, we could manage that. So those are the three. What types of ore did I want besides that? We can take a look at, I guess we could throw redstone in there. That's probably not a bad idea. I'm not terribly concerned about much else. Emerald, yeah, we should throw that in there. Copper and tin should already be getting processed, but I bet I know why they're not. Diamond, sure, why not? Sulfur. I'm not going to worry. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, I don't think there's much else that we would terribly need. So yes, let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, that guy. And now all these ore types will be processed. And if I ever wanted to, I could throw another import on this side maybe, or on the top even, right? We could have another export bus there going. But for now, this will work, right? So let's go ahead and throw our augmentations in there. So we'll want to augment these guys as best we can. We don't need redstone control anymore. Now we're talking. Look at that. Beautiful. So I want to hang on to my glowstone, actually. I didn't mean to put that away. Because the next thing I want to do is go configure the other stuff. So we're going to pop downstairs where we've got our lasers going. And we'll set up some level emitters. So hopefully this will work. But let's get ourselves some cable. I want more of this. And I'll grab some smart cable too while I'm at it. So what we'll probably have is some cable here with our level emitter. Cable here with our level emitter. And cable here with our level emitter. This will be the guy who's responsible for Certus quartz. And we'll say like 100. Sure, why not? Emit when levels are below the limit. So when you have less than 100 Certus quartz, emit a redstone signal, right? So if we take a look in here, Certus dust, we're at 121, so that's cool. This guy is the white one, so that's going to be nether quartz. And we'll also say 100 and below. And then this one is yellow, so this is the one that we'll focus on, glowstone, less than 100. Cool. So then all we got to do is we've got this ME interface. Do we know how many channels we've got going into it? I think just the one is being used right now. So we can get 4 more channels out of this easily. So that should come online in a second here. Nice. I can put covers down here if I want to, but this is really kind of like an underground, out-of-the-way area that we will almost never visit once the configuration is done, so... Cool. So now nothing's running, right? But let's say I wanted to make sure that we had devices online, 200. So that should activate, and now all of a sudden our lasers will run until we have 200 Certus, right? So if we switch this back to 100, for example, offline, no longer running, we'll grab Certus quartz dust off. This thing turns on. We put the Certus quartz back in, and it turns off. Nice. And then the same for nether quartz. Now that's on and running. Put it back away, and it's off again. And finally, the same for glowstone. That guy should be on now, and it's running. Then we put the glowstone away, and it's off. Nice. So I think the real values I'm going to want for this are like 300 of each. I think that's a good number to stick at for now. This will at least get things going. So you'll notice, because this one's on, these guys are off, like we set up originally. Awesome. So now as soon as we hit 300 Certus quartz dust, this thing should turn off, and this thing should turn on until we get 300 of the glowstone or nether quartz. And then once we have that, it'll make sure we have 300 glowstone, which we do, but that's cool. All right. So I think that build's done down there now. Took me a while to get around to finishing it, but I did. Awesome. Back in a few. And I think to make sure that we have all the ores that we need getting processed, I'm going to take out an acceleration card here, and I'm going to throw a fuzzy card in. And all of a sudden, that should start exporting other types of ore, like copper, tin, lead, from other mods. We just never really had that issue because we've only got one type of ore in World Gen. But because we're getting other types of ore from things like the lasers, we need to have that in there. Cool. So now it's working and everybody's happy. Alright guys, so this is quickly turning into one of those miscellaneous task episodes, but I realized that there's one thing I never really quite did to any degree of satisfaction. And that would probably be covering up this hole that I'm about to make. Let's see here. Hello, sheep. He's looking at me like, Direwolf, what in the world are you doing? Sorry, sheep, I am not at liberty to discuss my plans with you. Let's see. I think what I want to do is this. If I'm right about this, that is. Let's get this guy, and I want this one. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Okay, that's fine. So this is an interesting ritual that I'm performing from Blood Magic. What it's going to do is allow my animals to grow faster. It increases the speed at which they grow, which is going to be ideal for the particular plan that I have in place, which is to make these animals grow faster. Are you all done now? You would appear to be, yes. Awesome. So now I just got to activate it and we should be cool. Looks like I might have lost a chicken, but that's okay. You guys stay inside the pen. Thank you. So this is actually pretty cool. Typically animals take about 20 minutes to grow, but with this ritual enacted, it should be about 3 minutes for them to grow to full-size adults. So I want to get a lot of chickens really fast. Clearly for a reason, and that reason would be cake. You remember a few episodes back, I taught the A system how to make cake. Now I have unlimited sugar and I have unlimited wheat, but I don't have unlimited eggs. I never really did set up an egg farm, and I said I'd get around to it. Well, I'm getting around to it. So let's get about 10 world interaction upgrades. That should be plenty. And let's see if there's... The A system is here. I wonder if I can easily tap into somewhere nearby. And yes, I know, I'm not using a shovel. I'm terrible. I didn't expect it to be this far, to be honest with you. Aha, there's an AE system. So I'm assuming, let's see, that this thing, let's see, there's 4 channels there. I might be using all the channels. If that's the case, then I'm in trouble. I'm just looking for where the thing pops out. Okay. Let's get some smart cables here. And then I can see exactly how many channels are in use right here. Eight. Ha, lucky me. Alright, back in a second. I'll make this easy on myself. Ender chest. Anything goes in gets sorted, right? So I'll put a safari net away, put that away, that. And we'll just pop this guy right here with my 10 world interaction upgrades, and feathers and eggs are popping into the chest, and we've got what we want. And now for the next miscellaneous task that I'm going to work on today, and that will be getting melons and nether wart. Remember we said last episode we should get a decent amount of them. So let's see, what sides do we want to put things on? I'm thinking what I might do. So what do we have at the moment? I should probably... Let's see, green, blue, and black. That's these 3 sides there. So maybe I will put nether wart here, and melons here. So that means we're going to want to put soul sand here. Let me actually get a shovel. So usually the only shovel I have is the excavator. Okay, so let's just clear out this whole land area here. Cool. And then what we'll do is pop this guy down, and I'm going to clear these away as well. It should replant them, and that's how I'll know that yes, I'm on the right spot. Cool. Meanwhile, let's get you guys in there and you guys in there. I think this thing can handle the planting of nether wart. Pretty sure it can. Oh yeah, look at that, it can. Nice. So it looks like that's the boundary, unless we ran out of nether wart. No, we didn't. So this is where we'll put dirt. Cool. And then we should be getting... Now, the tricky part here is that the melon seeds are not being placed in an intelligent way. So why don't I do this? Now we have played with, thus far, the watering can, right? And they're nice, but you know what? They're kind of slow. I would like to finally get myself a reinforced watering can. These things border on the overpowered, but they do come at a very steep cost. 10% of your health. It says 1 heart, but it's really 10%. So we're going to get an etheric sword first, which is obsidian and 2 unstable ingots. So let's get that going. So obsidian, diamond, gold for unstable ingots, right? I don't know why. No, it's iron. It's gold nuggets if you want the stable nuggets, but okay, iron. I don't know why I can never get that straight. And then, of course, the division sigil that's active. Let's use our vanilla crafting table, and we will divide by diamond twice. 1, 2, relatively easy, etheric sword, and here goes 10% of my max health. You ready? Youch! You feel diminished. Minus 10% max health. There is no way to retrieve this at the moment. Extra Utilities does have a uncraftable way to fix this, unless he's added a way to craft it. I don't think he has. Called the Soul Fragment. No, there's one of these that restores it. But basically it's an NEI only item or a cheat mode only item. There's no way to actually reclaim that 10% health unless you cheat in that item. It might be this one, but I'm not sure. So I'm also going to need 4 bedrockium ingots. So we're going to need some quadruple and triple compressed cobblestone. Let's pop down to our cobblestone generator and see how we're making out. We're currently cooking up a bunch of stuff. We've got 4 septuple so far. So in all the time that I've been playing this game, now clearly I didn't set up the most efficient cobblestone generator. I mean, it's pumping in a decent amount of cobble, but you could have way more cobble coming in way faster. You could have multiple transfer nodes and stuff. But this system, as long as it's been existing, has only produced 4 septuple compressed cobblestones. Something to think about. Yeah, octuple compressed cobble, that's a very large amount. But 1 septuple should be enough to get me what I need. I basically get all these guys. We'll compress these guys down to here. Those are quintuples, so I'm going to get some quadruples. And I'm also going to get a stack of triples. And then we want diamond blocks times 4. And then we'll get some bedrockium. Oh, heavy stuff. So hard to carry. While I'm at it, a bowl will be there, and now I can get a watering can. So 10% max life, definitely a bit expensive, considering it's irreplaceable. But that's okay. I've got a decent amount of health at this point, and I'm probably only ever going to use one of these reinforced watering cans, and I will carried around as needed. So let's see how awesome this thing really is. Definitely fast. Nice. Now, this guy probably doesn't know how to handle melons and such, but I'm assuming that it's going to wind up eventually routing it into the chest here. But I should probably add something for the melons and for the netherwort. But this will definitely make netherwort and melons grow quickly, which is pretty much what we're going to want. You know, he might even be... He's probably backstuffed. He shouldn't be backstuffed. He should be able to go into the chest here. Unless I've got some kind of filter installed that I don't remember about, because I set this up like 50 episodes ago. No, you're cool. Okay. Good so far. Nice. So you should wind up, there we are, our melons. Cool. I'm gonna get some more melon seeds. Clearly we're gonna want those. We'll probably want that to be there. Perfect. Also, this thing is running a little bit slow for me. We can speed this up by doing something with the sludge we've got. If we store it somewhere, it will speed it up, basically. So I'm going to make a void fluid pipe using this. And one of these. This will just dump the sludge. You can use it if you want to convert it into like clay and sand and dirt. It'll basically get you like any materials along those lines, but typically I find that they're not ideal. The other thing I'm probably going to want to do here is block it off so that the melons can't actually do anything. So you'll notice that the when you void the sludge, it's going to run a lot faster, which is probably something you're going to want. Cool. Put this in here, and then let's get this thing growing again. And what we should have is a very fast thing. Go watermelons grow. Oh, I accidentally broke this thing, and the upgrade got removed. So that should be pretty quick now. This will go towards making those potions that we were looking at last episode. Oh yeah, definitely quicker now. Nice. Also, I kind of feel like that's enough chickens. You guys inside or outside the fence? I can't tell. Anyway, back in a second. Alright, just made this dirt here, so that's better. Now we're talking. Cool. I like it. I took the melon seeds out of there so they won't get planted in the dirt. Awesome. So we should have a decent amount of this stuff coming in, and I'm going to get it into the AE system somehow right now. Why overcomplicate things, right? I just found a solution. Alright, now it goes into the AE system. Cool. Done and done. Now everything that gets picked up by this thing should go in there. Now the last thing I want to do, well, second to last thing. First I want to put a lever on this before my LP completely vanishes. And second is I want to get an autonomous activator. So the cool thing about this watering can is the fact that you can put it in an autonomous activator for it to work. Now, you can't do that with most things. You can do it with this thing. We're only going to need some conduits, though. Energy conduits, to be a matter of fact about it. And I chose those because I'm assuming that's the kind that's running over here already. Like these guys have to have some kind of power line going. I think I can stick it underground too, so I'm going to try that. Oh yeah, look at this giant mess down here I have. So I'm going to try like right on the edge of the second wart. Okay, so here's probably where I'm going to want it to be. And you know what, I'll do it here. And I'm going to configure this guy so that, yeah, I think the back is what I'm going to want. And we're going to set this guy to a disabled so that he doesn't actually wind up putting things in there. So he's getting power, right click. Yeah, I think that's working. Yeah, look how quickly that's growing. Awesome. Cool. So that'll just help get me like a jump start on the melons and netherwort, and then I can use the same watering can elsewhere for some other stuff. I don't think it's necessary, by the way, to set this to first slot only. I think if there's only one item there, it'll only ever use the one item, but lots of people always make that comment saying, oh, it's not being efficient. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that it's really not necessary. Cool. So we should have lots of netherwort and melons coming in, which means that I can now request a bunch of crystallized sano. Can I request 100 of it? Not quite. Available 2, missing 15 potions of healing. Did I ever actually like teach this thing, that potions of healing process? I don't think I ever set up that interface. Nope. So let's do that real quick. Do I have any? I do have potions of healing. So we'll say that melon. Do you know how to make glistening melons? No. All right, so let's do this up here. Melon. Gold nuggets I know you can craft. Okay, so encode, no. And then we want glowstone and netherwort, right? So all we do is say that if you put 1 netherwort, 1 glistening melon, and 1 glowstone into that chest, you should get out 1, 2, 3 potions of instant healing 2 in code. So let's test it. I'm going to take out my potions of instant healing that I have in the A system at the moment. So that right now we have 0. Put this guy in here in the patterns thing and request 6 of them. Missing glistening melon. Right. You can go in this interface. Sure, why not? There we go. Let's try that again. 6. Go. So what we should have is 2 netherwort, 2 glistening melon, and 2 glowstone. Pretty much the thing I set up last episode, but making it work with the A system now. And in the end, we should wind up with the potions that we're looking for. Nice, right? Very cool. See, I like building this mix of AE and other mods because it makes it so that you can very easily set up this recipe yields this item, but really it's like a complicated machine that winds up producing it in the end. But in the end, it does come out that you get that item. So that's cool. And of course, the water bottles should be maintained in there at all times. So as this, converts and gets moved out, more water bottles will show up, and it will craft them as necessary using the fluid transposer here to make more. Awesome, right? There, we just saw it real quick happen, and it should wind up in here. Nice. Cool, right? I like it. It's working. So if we look in the A system, we should have 6 potions. So I'll put these 2 away, and I'll request like 100 Sano. Nice. I am loving crystallized essences. Let me just tell you guys how great it is. Like, really great. Ha, love it. A little bit more? Awesome. So my limit there was not the essence, but the yeah, that was funny. Cool. So that gives me 3 of those. So if I want 1 more set, I just need a little bit more Precantio and like 4 more flesh. There we go. I think this is enough to make 4 more bars of soap. Hopefully that'll be enough to clean off some of this warp effect that I have. And then we're going to have to wrap up the episode. But I completed several tasks today, which, you know, I'm pretty happy about. I got a lot of things done, and I'm quite pleased with that process. So, for now, I think what I'll do is probably not do all of these at once. I probably want to do 1 at a time for these. But I'm going to make a bunch more soap. And then we'll come back next time and have a little bit of fun doing something different. All right, guys, for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And as always, take it easy. Yay, soap.